Congressman Jolly, you got Trump still speaking live at CPAC, I think. We're not going to play his remarks live. You are welcome. I wonder, though, what it tells you that he's getting 62% of the votes in that straw poll.
It means don't overlook Donald Trump. He's still the front runner for the GOP nomination. And to your earlier points, Alicia, this is a man who crushed traditional GOP orthodoxy on foreign affairs and national security, on blowing up the national debt and not worrying about traditional Republican fiscal policy, and on using the levers of the state for big government attacks against the freedom of the press, the freedom of the judiciary, independence of the judiciary, and then obviously launched a culture war against migrant communities, black and brown communities, and the LGBTQ community. But I would suggest, though, that who you are seeing emerge now, from Kari Lake, who is at CPAC, to Ron DeSantis and others who are not, they're actually taking that entire doctrine to next level. He has reshaped the party in his image. However, what we're learning tonight is it's still his party. And to just look at the numbers of CPAC being down, I think leads us into making the same mistake many of us made in 2016. That it's just a room full of crazy people led by a crazy man. There's no way he could become president. I think what we learned tonight is Donald Trump is still the front runner for the GOP nomination.
I mean, Alencia, there was so much baked into that analysis, because I think there are a lot of people who say, well, Ron DeSantis isn't here. Ron DeSantis is courting supporters at Club for Growth. There are clearly two different avenues here. And to David Jolly's point, there are not. I mean, there is Trump, and then there are candidates who hope to run on Trumpism, even though they are not Trump themselves. You can't distinguish between the two.
You absolutely cannot distinguish between the two. I mean, literally, Governor DeSantis is waging war on African-American AP studies. He's waging war on Disney. He's waging war on kids expressing themselves and learning about themselves. And that is actually happening across the Republican Party. Where did that start? It started with Donald Trump. And so whether or not you align yourself with Donald Trump and say, I am a supporter of Donald Trump, I believe in Trumpism, or you're going the route that DeSantis is, that Youngkin is here in Virginia, where I live, and in other states, you are still doing the same dirty work that the Republican Party has actually committed itself to, and is part of this very extreme ideology that is actually not only not embracing how America is becoming so much more inclusive and so much more inclusive of different ideologies and lifestyles, and so that this actually makes our country great. It's actually becoming a party that wants to oppress and take away the rights of these people and turn it into a more violent, I would say, more violent nation. And so you can't separate the two, even though they're talking about it in kind of different languages. Some are saying Trump and some are not, but it's the same thing.